Hey everybody! Today I'm checking out the MPow Flame Solo, a pair of workout buds that I'm really excited about. I'm going to cover their specs, their latency, their sound quality, their microphone quality, and I'm going to compare them to my reigning favorite workout buds, the MPow Flame Lites. And I'm going to let you know whether you should buy these $35 earbuds from Amazon. Now, I won't be comparing the Flame Solos to the discontinued Flame Pros, but I will tell you this, that since the Flame Solos are over $50 less expensive than the Flame Pros, there's very little chance that I would have recommended the Pros over the Solos. Now, these are an ear hook style workout earbud. They're very similar, very easy wearing feel to them, just like the Flame Lites. They're comfortable in your ears. They have 4 included tips that come with them, and they should be comfortable for just about anybody. I'd highly recommend to follow MPow's advice on wearing them. You're gonna get the right size tips, and then you really twist them in your ears to lock them in place, so you're gonna get a good fit and get the best sound when you do that twist. Now, these buds don't have any kind of active noise cancellation, nor do they provide much, if any, passive noise isolation. And I'm sure some people are not really gonna like these just because of that feature in and of itself, but these are a workout bud, and MPow got the wearing fit right. Any activity you do with these are gonna stay in your ears, and they're not gonna cause any discomfort or uncomfortable pressure in your ears. They're purely a workout bud, and they work great for that. Now, just like with the Flame Lites, if you're gonna go biking in these, you will get some wind noise coming in around them. They just don't seal that tightly in your ears, and the wind is gonna find its way in, and you will hear it while wearing these. Now, again, the case is big. I mean, it's definitely slightly upgraded over the Flame Lites. It's got this addition of 4 charging status indicator lights on the case instead of the 1 on the Flame Lites. And I would say that the buds reliably seat on the charging posts, which was a problem for me with the Flame Lites. When you put these in the case, they disconnect from your phone and they charge correctly. So kudos to MPow for that. This case still charges via USB-C. It does not have wireless, but the Solos last a full 2 hours more than the Flame Lites. That's a solid 7 hours per charge and 28 hours using the case. Now, they support AAC for high definition audio and a lag-free video watching experience. The latency on these Flame Solos is also upgraded over the Flame Lites as well. So while they don't have a dedicated low latency mode, they would be okay to play games with. It's even a first-person shooter like Call of Duty Mobile. In my opinion, I wouldn't buy them to play video games, but I'm not bothered playing video games while wearing them. So if it's if you just happen to be having these in your gym bag and you want to play a game, I would still wear these over not wearing earbuds at all to play a game. I wouldn't buy them for it, but I would use them for it. Another difference from the Flame Lites, and this will come down to people's personal preferences, are the excellent physical controls that are included on the Solos. These physical controls control everything, including volume and voice assistant, and they're really good physical controls. You get a rocker for the volume, and then you get a multifunction button for the other controls. Now, the Bluetooth range on these tested in at 45 feet, which is just about what's advertised, and I really didn't have any problems with the Bluetooth connection during any of my workouts. And I went on a run and a couple of walks with these. It's getting cold out after all. Now, the Bluetooth also connects really quickly. And I'm going to tell you, it's really seamless switching from either mono on the left or mono on the right back into stereo, or vice versa, from stereo to mono on either one. These earbuds are IPX7 rain workout ready, and you can even drop them in water. It's perfect for working out. Okay, so let's talk about the biggest difference between the Flame Lites and the Flame Solos is in the sound quality. The Flame Solos are pretty different from the Flame Lite. Here's what I mean by that. The sound quality is really, really good for working out. It's got really strong pump and bass, similar to the Flame Lites. It's got the great stereo separation similar to the Flame Lites, which is also really useful for gaming to be able to hear the battlefield all around you and pinpoint where your enemies are so you can slay them more easily. But I would say in these Flame Solos that the mids are just a little bit more pronounced than in the lights. But the high frequencies, although they're solid, are not quite as bright as the Flame Lites. Bass is on par, mids are a little bit more, highs are a little bit less. You can crank these earbuds up to just about as loud as the Flame Lites at 102 decibels. That's really close. I would say it's probably, about the same. It's probably just the way I test is not super duper accurate, right? It could be that they're pretty much the same. And that's louder than anybody should listen to earbuds anyway, but it's there if you need it. Let me sum it up. These are a great sounding earbud for working out, powerful bass. They got some decent clarity in the mids and highs for a workout bud for 35 bucks. But compared to the Flame Lites, once again, the bass is similarly powerful. The mids are more forward, more pronounced. The highs are less bright. And the soundstage, I would say, is pretty much on par again with the Flame Lites. Now, my personal preference is geared towards a little bit less bright sounding earbuds, and that means that the Flame Solos sound really good to me for my musical tastes of EDM, hip hop, and kind of bass pumping music for workouts. As a reminder, if you want to check out my Spotify Earbud Plus test playlist that I listen to test the buds, it'll be in the video description and you can check it out. The last upgrade that I'm going to talk about with the Flame Solos over the Flame Lites are the microphones. So let's check out the dual noise canceling mics on the Flame Solos.
This is a test call with the MPow Flame Solo. Taking this call on my OnePlus Pro 8T. This is a test call with the MPow Flame Solo. Taking this call on my OnePlus Pro 8T. On my OnePlus 8 Pro. And recording it with my Pixel 4. I've had several cars go by. It is a really cold, rancid day out here. And I'm going to call it pretty quickly here because I don't want to get soaked.
So based on that test, for indoor use, these would be really good microphones to use. They work well to focus on my voice, and then even outdoors, with some noise in the background, they're able to focus in on my voice. Now, I do notice them doing some canceling out of the noise in the background, but it's also canceling out a little bit of the higher frequencies in my voice as well. But to me, it's a big upgrade over the Flame Lites, but you can decide for yourself if you think that that's worth it for you to make an upgrade. Here's how I'd recommend the Flame Solos. These are a top physical control workout earbud for under 40 bucks. Period. Their bass pumping sound is great for workouts. And if you're choosing between the Flame Lites and the Solos, the biggest upgrades over the Flame Lites are the case. They're better for watching movies and even for gaming. The sound is less bright overall, which may be good for you and it may be bad for you. I think that's really personal preferences at this point. And they have those upgraded mics, plus the difference between the physical controls on the Solos and the touch controls on the Flame Lites. For me, I know I'll be using the Flame Solos for all my outdoor runs, especially in the cold of winter where I have to wear gloves, and it's a lot easier to deal with the controls with the physical controls while wearing gloves. Thanks for watching my review of the MPow Flame Solos. Stay safe, everyone.